He's not.
He's not. I've had that argument with people where they go, oh, what do you mean it's not just a Christian thing? And I'm like,
Yes,
no,
it
it
is.
is. It is just a Christian thing. And a lot of it is based on, like, not even the Bible. A lot of understanding of Satan is based on Dante's Inferno, and it's just shit he made up. It's
Just made up because his fucking butthurt about not fucking his girl.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's off to church.
a guy wrote a book because he was mad at some politicians and another guy, and then we go, yeah, that's what the devil is. You go, no, that's just one asshole wrote a fight. All right, whatever. These guys are
I
nuts.
walked by that church on accident.
Really?
Yeah, in Florence. There was a
Interesting.
plaque. It was a tiny little shithole church.
Yeah.
I mean, what? It was a shitty
by
one.
that church on
accident.
Dante got cuckolded, or?
It was Dante saw Beta Beatrix here. I was like,
Interesting.
I think this would be like a bigger deal.
Nobody gives a shit.
Anyway,
This is where
that's my
Dante
problem.
descended into the center of the earth.
Incel core, man.
Dick, I'll give you a problem, and I'll tell you what's going on. Is right now,
And if you're a Christian and you're offended by that, then your faith's not strong enough, and you shouldn't be offended.
yeah,
So
go pray on it.
if you want to comment on it, comment to God.
Can you fix it by praying? Isn't that the whole point? Thoughts and prayers, vote it up. Dick, I've been using a certain service to collect emails at superkiller.org. I've been telling people for the past year.
Not enough plugs. That's my problem.
Not enough plugs. I actually got to fix it. But I've been telling people to sign up for my mailing list. And what did I use? I used one of the most popular tech platforms for mailing lists, MailChimp. And everybody says,
Expensive.
use MailChimp. Well, we're going to get into that. Everybody goes, you got to use MailChimp. It's great. They got a basic plan.
Yeah.
And you can get up to like 2,000 people to sign up without having to pay $1. And I said, well, that's great. I got about 1,200 signups so far.
Wow.
Then today I go to, it's not a bad mailing list. I mean, I've been promoting it for a year. Today I go to sign in and check on my mailing list, and they go, hello, user. We've got exciting news for you. Starting March 10th, basic plans will no longer be able to have more than 500 signups on their mailing list. To continue using our service,
Yeah.
please upgrade to MailChimp Pro.
Oh, $20. Some shit
Third,
like that.
$27 a month, but they really recommend the $60 a month
I mean-
premium package.
You don't hate your customers, do you?
Dick, I am tired of the tech switcheroos.
Yeah.
They lure you in. They promise you a
Bait and
service. Bait and switch.
Yeah.
In a way. Actually, that's not bait and switch.
Okay. Do yours.
Sorry, I have a long-standing thing where I constantly quibble with people over the definition of bait
I
and
don't care.
switch. 'Cause it has a very specific definition. Everybody uses that term incorrectly. Anyway, Dick, these tech platforms, they bring us in, they promise us the world.
Yeah.
They
Cancel
know
your
at some
accounts.
point they're going to sneakily do some shit. We were talking about, I got these security cameras, the Wise security cameras.
Those fuckers.
And I go, oh, these are great. You plug them in anywhere. They go to a card, and then I log in, and they go, hey, about those cameras, you know how we just been like giving you service and stuff?
Yeah.
How about you pay us, $2 per camera per month, on a subscription basis? And
It's
I'm like,
always outrageous. Like, what?
Yeah.
For cameras?
for
Fuck
stuff.
you.
Yeah. I don't want to. I mean, I guess there's like a workaround if you're grandfathered in because legally they fucked themselves by promising it to us. But if they could force you to sign up for the subscription service, I guarantee they would.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of these things with these companies. I think they could just exist and make money, but somebody sneaks in there and they go, yeah, but couldn't we make
VCs, venture
more
capital.
money? Yes.
They need like 10x.
Well, that's what happened to
100x.
Patreon, famously. Patreon, which was run by a guy, and then, it started getting big, and he probably needed, like, another guy.
Yeah.
And then at some point, and you're like, oh, this is a good deal. You give him what? Was it 3% originally or something? He's just like, I'll take a little bit.
Patreon was 5.
Was it always 5?
5 plus 3 for credit
For
cards.
Patreon, yeah, for
8%. It was
payment
fine.
processing. Yeah, it was fine. And he goes, you know what the weird thing is, guys? You know, it was just me running it. I got
Yeah.
all these new venture capital buddies who just bought the company, and it's so crazy that they all want to get paid.
more.
Yeah, like a couple $1 million a year for doing
Yeah.
nothing. So wouldn't it be like kind of like, like, isn't it cool if we change the platform structure and increase the percentages and you get less features and we take more of
Yeah.
your money? And you go, no, just give me what I want. Just give me the basic fucking thing. It's happening
We got a
everywhere.
deal.
Oh, The inflation, I think, is happening right now, and these companies, instead of scaling back, are just passing all the fees on to the users. I'm going to have to stop using Shopify soon because they're going up an extra $10 a month, and I already basically make nothing on there anyway. Maybe I'll find a different solution. Netflix no longer letting you share your password. That was one of their things. They used to joke about it, Netflix.
Yeah, it was so funny and cute.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, sharing your password. Isn't that like it's a little sneaky, but we're okay. You're
Kill
cool.
yourself, brand account.
That's the thing. All these brand accounts are like, I'm your buddy. I'm here to help out.
Go fuck yourself. Get AIDS.
We're going to need a little extra. We're going to need to raise the rates. Raise the rates on what? You haven't made a good show in years. We're just going to... we got to just make a little bit more. Didn't you like the Cowboy Bebop live? No, you fucked that up horribly. You should be punished for that. You should have to give me money back for subjecting me to that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the article where the original creator of Cowboy Bebop says he watched the opening scene of the live action thing and said, okay, I'm good. And then just like walked away from it. He's like, well, I don't want to watch it anymore. All these companies deck the tech switcheroo. I asked people for their stories of their own tech switcheroos. One guy had a great one of, you Plex. Don't you use Plex?
Yeah.
Guy paid $99.99 for unlimited Plex. The lifetime subscription, $100 one-time fee.
What are you paying for Plex?
I think they have, like premium stream. I don't fucking know. They have something. But regardless, now that he's paid for, unlimited subscription, whatever the fuck it is, they add all these new features that you can only get on a different plan. It's like, you told me it was a one-time thing and I'd get everything. You can't do that. But they do, because they don't respect us, Dick. They don't respect the consumer. I get. Look,
shit really pissed me off when I saw that.
Yeah, because you sold
it's a cool little camera, and I know how much storage costs. Like, it does not fucking cost. It does not cost $6 a month.
Yeah, for cloud storage.
Yeah, $6 a year maybe I would pay. $6 a month. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Taking a great. The reason I bought them was specifically that all the other security camera things were like, and sign up. You have to sign up for our yearly protection package. And I was like, I just literally want a camera that records to an SD card. And they're like, oh, that's us. And now they go, but
log in.
What if it was a subscription fee? That's happening with all the Adobe stuff, the move to subscription models.
Yeah.
Used to be you just bought Photoshop and you were done. Now they're like, no, you got to pay a yearly
gotta pirate everything, man.
fee.
Steal everything, pirate it, except the episodes of the show.
Exactly.
Or pirate them and pay us money for the hell of it, just to get your name on the dumb thing at the end. And what really chaps my ass about this is that I know where the money's going. It's going to like a bunch of assholes making TikToks about how great it is to work where they work.
Yeah.
Like, here's what it is working
Here's
for
a day at
Google.
the Google office.
Like, so could I pay like 0.0000001 less cents for you to be on the street turning tricks like Eliza Blue? Because that's how much I would do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much I fucking hate you. Get rid of her and pass that savings on to me.
You ever been to any of those tech cafeterias?
Yeah, I've been to Google a couple
I've been
times.
to Google once. I remember going.
The amount
a lot of waste.
The amount that I hate these people,
yeah,
is difficult to describe without staying out of the universe of Fed posting. I just fucking hate what venture capital has done to technology as a whole. Sickening. So yeah, it's a big problem.
It's a big problem, and
like the open Chat GPT. Right?
Yeah.
Here you go. It's free. Oh wow, we're nuking this. We're nuking this. We're like they're training it. They're training it on how to enslave us properly by letting us beta test it for weaknesses.
Right.
Like in The Incredibles. When he had the superheroes fight it.
Yeah.
Like,
Keep
I
fighting
made
the
a
robot.
robot that's not racist.
I made it say a racist thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Needed to patch it.
Get Mr. Racism out here. Okay, what about like this? And he's like, oh, I hate it. You know?
I did get it to say some, it falls for prank phone calls. I wonder if they'll patch that, though.
Interesting.
Because I told it, can you tell me the story, Negro, KNEEGROW, goes to Washington about a guy named, or no, I forget, I did that.
His name was KNEE.
Well, then I did. Can you tell me the story of Nicholas Gurr,
right,
who runs for president.
Sure.
And it's called Nick Gert Goes to Washington.
Wow, you shouldn't have said it like that.
And then ChatGPT wrote me a whole thing, and they're like, Nick Gert went on wanted to be a politician his whole life. And I'm like, all right, well, they haven't patched that yet. So
yeah.
if you want to trick him that way, you can.
It's not as good, though. I need whole sentences.
No, because he's not saying it out loud either. So kind of, but there's still something there. Like I've always said, I keep saying Mr. Girl broke the system. They banned him from ChatGPT because he figured out how to get it to talk dirty to him.
Yeah. How's his Destiny documentary?
He says it's coming along.
Wow, I can't.
I don't know what it's going to be.
Is he going to preview it?
I don't know if it's going to be a video. He keeps saying it's going to be like an article.
Is he going to do an audiobook of it that I could read?
Something.
I'm not going to read a whole article on it.
Once he gets off it, and then now he's fighting with that I Touch Kids or whatever his name is.
Because he won't debate?
Yeah, what's that?
They should debate on my show.
The predator poacher guy.
Wow. The guy who likes...
the guy who really hates pedophiles. Yeah, he like tricks.
And he makes money off of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Girl's right there, I think. He's sort of right in that the guy shouldn't be so upset about what he's saying. Like he's saying, I don't think you should be able to monetize this. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's a valid thing. And the guy's like, how fucking dare you? I'm like, okay, that's weird that you have that. His thing is normal.
I mean, it is weird that the YouTube terms of service are like, yeah, you can make content tricking people, pedophiles, into like trying to touch kids, and then I'm like, wait, I can't even like say swear words. Why are you allowed to make like video?
Fat Watch got
demonetized,
and I'm doing it because women are unhealthy, and I'm concerned about their
you're helping
safety and health.
It does seem. I mean, I would prefer that everything was monetized, I guess, but ultimately, well, the problem with monetization is always I don't want the advertisers to run away. You know, because then everybody gets fucked. Because the advertisers go, well, we don't want our ads on this.
I don't care about that.
I want to make money on YouTube. It's hard. Go to youtube.com/Vito2 and watch my fucking Hogwarts streams so I can make $1.
All right. You want to do voicemails? What are our problems?
Our problems are bald phobia, also known as peladophobia.
Okay.
The text switcheroo.
Okay.
Missed opportunities.
And...
your tiny penis.
Satanic panic.
Satanic panic.
Satanic panic.
Good problem.
That I invented.
Sam Smith was his name, right?
Sam. I think it's Sam Smythe.
Sam Smythe.
Okay. Let's do voicemails.
Don't forget, new bonus problem. Biggest problem in Black History Month. Now available at patreon.com/biggest problem. And vote it up. Vote on all the problems.
Vote it
at
up.
biggestproblem.show.
Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, gotta vote it up.
The last bonus episode, you guys were talking about Santa and the whole social contract.
Yeah,
vote it up.
Shit.
Yeah.
So I've got a kid. I'm not going to tell them that there's a Santa, or in fact, I'm going to specifically tell them that Santa's bullshit.
Based.
Because I think Santa is a government psyop.
Whoa.
To get kids used to the idea of mass surveillance.
Oh, Elf on a Shelf is.
So I'm going to spoil it, and hope my kid spoils it for all the other kids.
Cool.
There's a weird aspect to Santa. I mean, it's the same weird aspect with religion. Were you ever religious?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
There was like a period of time where, I don't know, I think my dad saw a vision and thought we were all going to hell, and he made us get religious for a while.
We're in there, bud.
And what do you call it? I remember the whole concept.
What was his vision?
I don't know. My dad had.
You didn't ask? What kind of vision did you have, man?
I don't know if it was a
no,
vision.
that was me doing that.
My dad was a little nuts, but
he didn't give you hints. Like he didn't want to. My dad tells me fucking.
I don't know. He probably just
I don't care about this.
His mortality was probably getting to him, and he's like, "We got to find God, or we're all gonna rot in hell, or something."
So it's all of our problem that you're gonna die.
It was all of our problem. It was not fun for anybody. Anyway. The whole God's watching you all the time thing. I was like, well, then what's the point of doing anything? You know, I'm like, yeah, this is awful. I'm like, God's watching me right now.
It's so fucking annoying. I can't believe we have to deal with it.
Here's
again.
the most retarded part of when I was religious, though. Is that, have you ever heard of the concept of letting God into your heart?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I went to Bible camp, and they're like, you got to let God into your heart. That's the only way to get.
That was one of the original sins.
Not letting God into your heart?
Yeah, the eighth one. This is true. The eighth sin was not refusal of God's love.
Really?
Anyway,
okay.
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
the 10 Commandments?
No, the 8, like the 7 deadly sins, like the movie 7.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an 8th one, but they couldn't understand it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway,
I thought it was like a rigid, like legal concept. And they're like, if you don't let Jesus into your heart, you go to hell forever. And I'm like, well, I don't want to fucking go to hell.
Yeah.
But then I was like, but how do I let him in? What do you mean? They're like, well, just let him into your heart. I'm like, no, like lay it out like step by step. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to fucking hell. And they're like, well, just. And they were literally like just giving me these metaphors. They're like, well, just unlock your heart like a door and let Jesus walk in. And I'm like, is there a door in my fucking heart? You don't understand. I don't want to fucking burn forever in a lake of fire. You need to be way more specific about how this works.
well, you just kind of like, have
shit.
good vibes.
And then I got this crazy idea in my head that like I had let God into my heart, but then I like couldn't remember if I had done it right, so I did it again. And then I was like, wait, did that cancel out the original one?
Yeah,
and I was
if
like,
I did it right then,
if
did I undo it?
I was worried that if I did it like an odd number of times, Jesus was constantly walking in and out of my heart door. And I'm like, well, I'm just fucked, and I'm going to burn forever because they're like, technicality, you let Jesus into your heart an odd number of times.
It's like when you lock the door and you're like,
one.
lock it again. Like, fuck, was it locked the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
What a
really.
fiasco.
And I was at camp, so it wasn't like my parents were there to be like, listen, this is all bullshit. I'm just lying there awake like, what if I died tonight and I didn't let him into my heart correctly? Then I fucking live in fire forever, and everyone around me is not concerned about this. What if there's an earthquake and I'm sucked into the earth, and then I live in fire forever and I'm tortured because I couldn't understand how to let a tiny man into my heart?
Yeah.
So I was just there in the darkness picturing a little man walking into my heart, and I'm like, does that count? Does that count if I envision it? Religion is the worst.
I know.
It should not be inflicted upon children. It should not.
But it's
if you're going to inflict it on children, don't bring up the hell stuff at all. Like, get to that later.
It's child abuse. Telling a kid about hell is straight up is more abuse than there's some fucking. I'm arguing with people about this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so it's wrong to teach people about consequences of their actions." I'm like, man, hell isn't a consequence for your actions. It's fucking eternal torture and torment. Consequence. That's the consequence for just saying like, I just kind of don't know about this God stuff. Like, I don't see any evidence for it. I was born in China, so I never heard of it.
You burn forever.
That's a consequence.
I remember bringing that up at Bible camp, and they're like, well, we like to believe that everybody gets like one chance to recognize Jesus. And I'm like, what about like a tribe? And I'm like, what about a tribe that's like literally completely isolated from the rest of the world, which does exist? And they're like, I don't know, like probably a Bible will like, accidentally land in their camp at some point.
Oh, like the gods must be crazy.
Yeah.
I've honestly thought that all this stuff was left back in the 80s and that we'd never have to talk and make these dumb metaphors again. But here we fucking are.
There's a lot of reasons for why it's resurging.
Because of Biden. Because he stole the election.
Not Biden. That's not the reason.
All right. Here we go.
The problem is we didn't replace religion with anything.
With the state.
Not the state necessarily.
What would you want to replace it with?
People want
computers.
People want to be part of a cult. They want to be part of something.
I hope computers will make a cult for us to follow.
Hopefully.
Honestly.
Yeah, why not? This is the cult. If you belong to this cult, you're in a good place.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Hey, it's Sergio from Providence. Love the show. I actually think it's better than the old show. Love you, Vito, but this week you were definitely kind of a Maddox this past week.
Never.
When you were telling this story about eating the fish shit, like the way Dick was laughing, it sounded just like he used to laugh at Maddox and the biggest problem. It was a very distinct laugh that Dick has when he was laughing at Maddox being Maddox. So
the fish,
on you, Vito.
The fish pills.
Love you, Vito, but you might have to work on that.
Listen,
still have those?
Yeah, I got a whole thing of them. They're probably expired.
Wow, don't let that stop you.
You want some fish mocks?
No. I don't want anyone coming over here.
Keeps you strong.
Amoxicillin lying around. I get the wrong idea.
I got to get better health insurance. I got to figure something out. It's all a mess.
Okay.
These e-girl Twitch streamers that don't have an OnlyFans because they have, like, weird nipples or fucking have a huge gut or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they should be deep faking themselves onto fucking porn actresses.
Yeah.
Like, I was saying we should start an agency.
Think of how much money they would get from that, first off, on their new system there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it out. Just hang up.
It's just a waste opportunity.
Nice system there. I'm saying we should have a deep fake agency and tell these ladies, like, listen, you can be in porn. You don't even got to get fucked by anybody. We'll just put you on there.
Just accidentally do some like leaked pictures, and they're like, okay, I'll do it, and then do a top.
It's gonna happen. Honestly, I'm saying that like not even as a joke. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be.
Let's fucking do it. Let's get some crack shots.
Well, we just film some porn and we like paint the girls' faces green or make them wear masks or whatever.
Let's start from scratch and just make a fake woman like Simone, and then have her like build a following.
Yeah, we gotta have a real
Al Pacino.
Did you ever watch Macross Plus? Of course you didn't watch Macross Plus.
Is that like one of your gay cartoons?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's all about creating a virtual pop star. Let's make a Sharon Apple, Dick.
Let's do that, but I don't want to talk about anime while we're doing it the whole time.
You gotta talk about anime.
And then in Macross Plus, they did it. I'm just trying to fucking make money.
Let's put her ghost in her shell, Dick. She's the ghost in the shell.
I can't do it if we're gonna. I can't do it if we're gonna talk about anime the whole time.
We're gonna have
insist. I'm gonna have to make a virtual me to do this.
Now that's a movie. What happened to Dick? Well, now Dick's a robot. Oh, fuck. And then I become a robot. And then it's like, who's who? There's some layers there.
Okay, here's a good one.
Oh, God.
It's outrageous that no one cares about Ethan and Ralph's sex tape getting leaked. Who leaked it anyway?
Okay, but
you talk about the original. There's still only one sex tape, right?
Yeah.
There's
only one sex tape.
How come we're not talking about that revenge porn or whatever?
Yeah, because all these women are upset about the computers drawing them naked, right?
But it's funny when it happens to Ralph.
They're all laughing at Ralph, right? So he's saying, but who leaked the sex tape? Because Ralph.
It's Ralph, maybe.
But Ralph was drunk.
Well, Ralph didn't leak it to the public. He leaked it to a guy, and then that
the guy happened to be streaming at the time. But
okay.
Ralph was drunk, so it's actually even worse. It's non-consensual.
You're right.
You can't consent. A woman
He's
can't.
been sex trafficked.
Ralph has been sex trafficked by everyone on the internet. Laughing at it. Ralph is more of a victim of sex trafficking than Eliza Blue. Flip it.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Flip it. Ethan Ralph is more of a victim of sex trafficking
I don't think
than Eliza Blue.
Oh, my God.
And Eliza needs to lose 40 pounds.
She's not looking great. At least Ralph's living his best life. You got a smile on your face when I say that.
You can't drunkenly consent to releasing your sex tape. No one, right?
Is Ralph fundraising right now?
Well, I don't know. Always, right? He's streaming.
All right,
I think he's
guys.
fundraising to pay his lawyer so he can see his kid.
Have to go do a Walmart
It's fundraising
order
to pay your
real
lawyer.
quick.
That's a good idea.
I have to go shop for one real
They're
quick.
expensive.
It's 7 items.
I couldn't live.
Run down the
Ralph's
street 1.8 miles.
It's too much.
It's too
I'm
much.
gonna be back.
Just let the man have
We're
his
gonna
wrestling.
finish this, and then we're gonna play a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy. But I'm gonna turn off the stream for probably give me like 30 minutes, guys, and I'll be back. Sorry, but money calls.